Hey everybody, this is John the Other, obviously. And this is a Lighthouse Project video. Now for those who don't know, Lighthouse is a project which has the goal of helping and protecting the rights of people who have been falsely accused. If you'd like to help support this, there's a Patreon link in this video's low bar. But today I want to ask you a question, or I want to put you in the shoes, hypothetically, of the target of a female stalker. Let's say that you've been harassed, threatened, stalked, and accused of imaginary crimes for a period of approximately 2 years. And after 2 years, you attempt to seek the protection of the police, to try to get a restraining order, to get some help. You try to make this stalker leave you alone. And further imagine that when you go to the police station with an extremely thorough documentation of this 2-year campaign of hell that you have been through, the intake person at the police station not only does not take your complaint seriously, they do not even allow you to speak to an actual police officer. Now let's add to this hypothetical scenario that the police already know that your stalker has broken into your house on at least one occasion. But not only will they not open a file or recommend charges for prosecution, the intake clerk at the cop shop won't even allow you to speak to an actual cop. If you experienced this, you might come to the conclusion that police simply do not do their actual jobs when the victims of crimes are the wrong type of people, maybe the wrong race or the wrong sex. Now, stalking is, of course, a very difficult crime for police to address. In fact, many women who experience stalking are not taken seriously at first either, and they are told by the police that they can't help them until their stalker crosses a line, like breaking into their house or committing an act of violence. Or maybe a woman might be told that she has to assemble some kind of documentation of being stalked before the police can act on her complaint. Now imagine that in spite of the police already knowing your stalker had broken into your house, and in spite of you having a comprehensive and highly organized documentation of your stalker's behavior, they not only refused to let you speak to a police officer, they suggested that any further effort on your part to contact the police might result in your arrest. Your arrest. Now in the Criminal Code of Canada, stalking is properly called criminal harassment. And if you live in Canada, you might not have to imagine any of what I've just said. I might be talking about what you've already been through. On the website of Canada's National Police Force, the RCMP, they have the following to say about being the target of a stalker. Quote, "Male victims may experience increased difficulty in seeking protection from a stalker. For example, they may feel that their fears are not being taken seriously where the perpetrator is female. Also, in some communities, expressing a fear of this nature may be seen at odds with the traditional male role and could lead to ridicule or social rejection." That's what the RCMP website says. I'll put a link to that in this video's description. And I've been asking you to imagine all of this, but of course it's not imaginary at all. Lighthouse is right now in the middle of helping the person who I've been talking about get access to justice, and we have a plan. Now if you'd like to help with this, there's a Patreon and a PayPal link in the low bar of this video as well. Now, in completely unrelated news, really unrelated, we're going to be helping a falsely accused police officer in another city, which, of course, takes airfare and hotels. So if you've got the spare shekels, we could use them. And I know there's going to be some people annoyed because they've got animosity towards the police. But the police are increasingly the targets of false accusation, and it ruins their lives just as surely as it ruins yours. We keep wondering, and sometimes asking, how bad it has to get before the police become alert to the fact that false accusations are rampant and start doing the actual police work they're supposed to do before they throw innocent people into jail cells. Well, maybe this is what it takes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and as always, have a lovely day.